Hi, my name is Shubham Ashok Salunke. Today date is 2 December 2024 and today topic is constructor types of constructor in Java. Today I will talk about constructor in Java, focusing on their types and their role in programming. A constructor is a unique feature of Java that allows to initialize object when they are created. It is a fundamental to object-oriented programming language in Java, as it helps us to work with classes and objects efficiently. Let's develop deeper into the topics. What is a constructor? First is a constructor is a special method in special type of method in Java that first is has the same name as the class it is belongs to. Second is does not return any value, not even while. Third is automatically called when an object of the class is created. Third is main purpose of a constructor is to initialize the variables properties of a class. Without a constructor, we will need to set the values manually, which call make the code respective and error prone. Then why are constructor important? First is a constructor play a critical role in a programming for several reasons. First several reason. First reason is atomic initialization. Atomic initialization is a critical. Then I explain the atomic initialization. They eliminate the need for a separated initialization method. That's called a atomic initialization. Second is flexibility. Flexibility also required for every programmer. Then a flexibility constructor can accept argument allowing for the creation of a object with a different values. Then third is simplification. They make a code cleaner and easier to read by reducing the need for explicit initialization. This is simplification. Simplification is also very important for every users and in Java programming language. Types of constructor. Then I explain the types of constructor in Java. Java provide the main two types of constructor. But Java in Java there are four types of constructor. First is default constructor. Second is no argument constructor, and third is default parameterized constructor, and fourth is copy constructor. Third is default constructor. Fourth is copy constructor. The default constructor. Then I explain first type of constructor is default constructor. A default constructor is a constructor is a one that does not take any argument. It is called default because it is provided as a default way to initialize an object. Characteristics of a default constructor. It is automatically provided by the Java compiler if no constructor is explicitly defined in the class. Then if you define any constructor in the class default or parameter, the compiler will not provide a default constructor. It if assign a default values to the object values for variables. For example, numeric variable are set to 0, boolean variable to false, and object is reference to a null. Then use of default constructor. It is useful when you want to create an object without passing any specific values. It is simplify object creation when the class has a fixed or generic behavior. Then I explain the no argument constructor. No argument constructor is a user defined constructor, and no argument constructor we cannot pass is a we cannot pass a parameter. That's called a no argument constructor. No argument constructor and default constructor difference between one difference for that two types of constructor. First is default constructor is create a compiler and and no argument constructor is create a user. This is main important difference of in two types. Then I explain the parameterized constructor. A parameterized constructor is a constructor that accepts arguments or parameters. It allows us to initialize an object with a specific values when it is created. Uh, characteristics of characteristics of a parameterized constructor. Characters of a parameter constructor takes one more characteristic of parameterized constructor. It take one more parameters to assign a meaningful values to the object variable. It is a it is a defined explicitly in the class by the programmer. It provides a flexibility as a different objects can be initialized with different values. Then parameterized constructor it is defined specifically in the class by the programmer. It provides a flexibility as a different object can be initialized with different values. Use of parameterized constructor. Use of parameterized constructor first use for it is useful when an object when an object a class need to create it with a unique value. It allows us to control and customize the initialize process for the each object. Each object. Key difference between default and parameterized constructor. Then I explain the copy constructor. Copy constructor is a is a copy value one object to another object. This is called a copy constructor. This is all your information about the types of constructor. Then I explain the all over types of constructor. Okay, thank you.